that the part that he's objecting to, I'm pleading with you as a father, that's the line. What's the line on personal? Tell me, when your son is a professional athlete and you're the most famous athlete in America, what's the line as a father?
I think there is no line. I think everybody in this case is right. Stephen A. Smith has every right to criticize and say what he did, not thinking that Bronny James is ever going to amount to anything. I mean, it's harsh, but if it's his truth, he's allowed to say it. It's his job to say it. I think LeBron James is perfectly entitled to get his back up because it's so personal. And I would feel the same if the role was involving myself and Christopher. I also think Bronny James is perfectly entitled to give basketball his best shot despite his father. We're going to see the same thing with Tiger Woods' kid in a couple of years as he advances in golf. People are going to write and say he's never going to beat Tiger Woods. The kid's still allowed to give it his shot.
Agreed that you have these freedoms, but I would like to have some lines here around something that has no precedent. This is not something any of us have ever seen, a son getting a shortcut to the league when he's the son of the greatest athlete in the sport and the greatest athlete economy in the sport. And we've been making content off of this family for 20 years. It continues to provide, as LeBron is the oldest player in the league, and I'm not a father. So I don't know how emotional this would make me, but I believe that doesn't cross the line. It's theatrical. It's what's being rewarded now in media. Where can you find the confrontation? Turn up your true feelings wherever they are that are at a 5. Turn them up to 10. And the confrontation courtside isn't something that Stephen A. Smith minds. In fact, he understands it. He understands why a father would go after him on that. But once his son signs professionally, I don't know what the rules are supposed to be. I legitimately don't have an understanding of where it is that you can put the line when Stephen A. Smith is saying on the front end, he's offering all the respect on the front end that softens the criticism, but then he just says flatly that this is nepotism. This is a child who does not belong in the sport. He's not even treating Bronny like an adult or a professional. He's treating him like a child that doesn't belong.
And it's up to Bronny to prove him wrong, right? I mean, it's up to Bronny to prove him wrong. That's why I get the feeling of all three principals in this matter. I don't think Stephen A's wrong. I don't think LeBron's wrong for getting his back up either because he's talking as a father, not as a teammate.
He's also made this a lot harder for Bronny than he has to while making it easier for Bronny than most people have, right? Because, like, everything around Bronny getting to the NBA was kind of like, okay, like, this isn't normal. Like, saying, hey, you know what, if the Lakers or if any other team drafts Bronny, he's going to go play in Australia. Like, that's not normal for someone who is in Bronny's position, right? And he goes and he plays in the first game of the year and they have the cool moment. Like, it's okay for LeBron to be mad, but it's also okay for LeBron to be wrong about being mad about this situation because Bronny is a professional and he's not being targeted, I don't think. He's only being targeted in the sense that if someone else is in Bronny's position, we wouldn't be talking about that person at all. Like, not at all. The only reason they're talking about it is because it's Bronny's son, but also because LeBron keeps kind of putting him out there saying, there's no player that's better than Bronny that I'm seeing in the NBA right now. And having him partially be in the G League sometimes, then sometimes in the NBA when the G League is traveling. And, like, it's just a weird arrangement. And I think in the clips that, I mean, we haven't seen all of the Stephen A. clips, but in the clips that have been out there, Stephen A. said as much as, you know, I think that he should go to the G League and he should develop into an NBA player. I'm not saying that he's not going to be at some point in time. He's just not right now, which isn't crazy criticism, but, like, you understand why LeBron would get sensitive about that, but also he's wrong.
Let's not forget they are the highest scoring father-son duo in NBA history. I just feel like that should be said.
Yeah, I love doing that to Hank and Tommy Aaron, the most home runs hit among brothers. So wait, let's examine what it is that Billy's saying there, because